Hi, my name is Rochelle Burchett, and I want to provide you with some professional tips on how to lead strong through remote work and the digital age. The first thing I want to say is you may think is very common, but I cannot express its importance enough. Communicate, communicate, communicate more than you ever have. We are so used to seeing each other in the office and passing by and having casual conversation. That will cease if we don't make an effort to do that. So, how do we do that? Well, we do that by having team meetings. And then, one of the most valuable things that I learned through this transition is having one on one virtual calls with each of my team members and asking the right questions. The questions that I asked gave me so much information and feedback. It helped me to be a stronger leader and to lead them through this change. Those questions included things like, how are things going for you? What's not going well for you? What's going well for you? What are things that's in your way? Is there areas of things that you need additional support in? Or what can I do to assist you to help you become and stay successful? That is one of the most rewarding things that I did with my team. I found out that I learned so much more about them and how that I could be more of a help to them to keep pushing through this time of change. The next thing I want to say is engage, which is linked to communication, engagement. We use a platform called Teams. We developed our own team and we had our thread going all the time where we were communicating often. We had a place that we were able to share files. We challenged each other to post positive videos, funny videos, things that would go along and align with our work to make us laugh. We needed to remain relevant, but we also needed to remember to laugh during these times. Engagement included providing professional development. I led them through some team professional development, building skills. I encouraged them and provided a list of many things that they could do to improve what they did. They took this time of transition to improve and build upon themselves along with this strong communication foundation. Now, as we did continue to engage, there are things that you can remember when we had team meetings weekly and of course one-on-one calls all throughout the week, all day long, every day while we were working, trying to do this. We use this as an opportunity to engage and to be creative and innovative. How can we do things different? How can we remain relevant? And I was really surprised at this opportunity for people to think outside the box and the things that we came up with that we were allowed to institute and include and make happen. We became social. We were on social media, reaching out to our community and business and industries. My team, I put them out there on the forefront, which was very uncomfortable for them, but it put a face with the name. So while we were yet afar apart from each other, we remained relevant with social media and with our team's platform. The next thing I'm going to say is make sure that you provide professional development opportunities, as I briefly mentioned that. This is so important and so vital, especially when you're going to a virtual platform. Make sure that every single person on your team feels completely comfortable and understands how to operate this technology. Share if you have someone on your team that is able to do it really well. Let them lead the team topics. Let them provide the training to your team members. Peer learning is still very valuable. And during professional development, it was an opportunity also to look for things that were at no cost. Not only did we seek professional development, but we provided professional development. So maybe in your organization, you're able to see what your team does really well and provide that virtually to others internally and to your organization or to the public or community if that's what your business will allow you to do. I found that the people internally valued and enjoyed our expertise and learning through the professional development we provided. While my team did provide professional development, it was a growing strategy for them to become able to lead themselves. And the last thing that I want to say is be authentic. Be real and still remain fun. During our team meetings when we would engage, you could even play bingo while having a Zoom call. For example, you would pass out or email grids to people to print off. They were able to say, some of them would say things like there's a cat in the picture, somebody walked by, somebody forgot to unmute. These are things that help keep meetings light but relevant. We really wanted to focus on what we were doing, not so much activity. And being authentic allowed them to have that freedom to work a little bit of a different schedule. When is it best for you to work? When do you prefer working mornings or maybe later afternoons? I didn't want them to feel like they were being micromanaged, but we did have to develop that authentic way of communicating to let me know that progress was getting done. During that progress, we had a way to actually highlight our work within our Teams platform. When people were assigned tasks, they would continually upload those things for people to see that we were still moving along during this time. Even though we were apart, we were still connecting and making great things happen. So those are the top things, with number one being communicate. Communicate, over communicate. Make sure that that is the foundation as a leader if you are leading a remote team through this digital age.